guys. We are here for math. We are going to be doing some problem solving today, right? You might be able to tell. You remember this when we had read, plan, solve, and check. Now this is what we always do, but I want you to pay extra special attention to it today when we do our problem solving because we're doing something new today. Oh, but you're going to rock it. You are, and I'm going to show you the way. So what we're going to be doing today is as we are reading problems to solve, there's going to be two problems within one problem. So we have to solve the first problem and solve the second problem in order to figure out the real answer. I know maybe that sounds tricky, but you are so used to doing that, right? Like when we would solve a 2 addend, right? Say I wanted you to figure out 9 plus 8. What does that equal? So here's one problem. But in order to figure that out, maybe I'm going to break this apart into 1 and 7, right? So I give myself a new problem, and I add the rest of the problem, right? So it's very similar. It's already something that you're kind of doing, so don't think that this is going to be that hard, right? Also, I hope you guys were able to follow this, right? 9 plus 8 equals 17. So before we start, let's just warm up with a little mental math, okay? How about, what is 5 plus 5? 10, yes. If 5 plus 5 equals 10, then 10 minus 5 equals 5. That was too easy for you guys. Okay. If 5 plus 5 is 10, then 5 plus 6 equals 11. That's right. If 5 plus 6 equals 11, then 11 minus 6 equals 5. Absolutely. That's our related facts. Okay, let's try something else. What is 6 plus 6? 12. Swell. Doubles fact. Give me the related of the doubles facts, right? 12 minus 6 equals 6. All right, how about something a little harder? 19 minus 9. 10. Absolutely 10. If 19 minus 9 is 10, then 19 minus 10 must equal 9. Always practice and warm up the brain with some number facts. You guys are so good at them. I know maybe when we work in our book, it can seem a little difficult, but these are equations that you can solve no problem, right? I know maybe I'm not there with you, but I'm always here to help. So let's work away. All right. In our book, if you open up to page 357, 357, I'm going to read this problem out loud, and we're going to do it together, okay? So, Dave has 18 baseball cards. That sounds important. Let's remember that. 18 baseball cards. He gives 3 to James. Then he gives 4 to Harry. How many baseball cards does Dave have now? So we have to do 2 things there, right? We know he starts with 18. And he gives 3 to James. And then he gives 4 to Harry. That's a really big number sentence for me to figure out. So here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to figure this part out. First, I'm going to figure out how many he has before he gives any to Harry. So, first what we know is he has 18 and he gives away 3. If you have your 10 frames, let's use them. They always, always help. Okay. And I need 8 more. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me draw my 10 frames here to help us see. All right, so we got 18, right? 18 take away 3 equals what? We have to do this part first before he gives the other 4 away. So 18 take away 3, here's my part that I'm taking away. Oh, and I can see that so easily that leaves him with how many? That leaves him with 15. But I'm not done yet. So now he has 15. And then he gives 4 away to Harry. So now my new equation is, this is what he was left with first, but now he gives more away. So that's where 15 comes in over here, right? 15 take away 4 equals what? Well, I can get rid of this, right? I don't want to confuse anybody. So now my equation is 15, there's my whole. Here's my part that I'm going to take rid of now to find my missing part, to find how many Dave is left with now. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he had 15 and he gave 4 away, now how many is he left with? 11. Absolutely. Absolutely. So first, Dave started with 18. He gave 3 away, and then he gave 4 more away. So he was left with 15. How do you feel about that? Wah, wah, woo, woo, or somewhere in the middle? All right, well, let's work on the next one again. Okay. If you turn the page, we're on 358. We're going to read a problem about a girl named Olivia. And Olivia has 17 cherries. So if you have your tens frames, we want 17 red. Take your time. I'll give you a minute. 17 red. I got 10 here and 7 here. That's my whole. That's what Olivia is starting with. But this is going to be a 2-step problem, okay? Olivia has a bowl of 17 cherries. All right, so we know she's starting with 17. Let's write it. She eats 4 cherries at breakfast. I'm planning. I think I know what's happening here, right? Later, she eats 9 cherries. How many are left in the bowl now? So, before I can figure out how many are left now, I have to figure out how many she has since taken away, right? So first, she started with 17. And she first eats 4. So first, what do you know, right? In your book, it says, Olivia has 17 cherries. And she eats 4 at breakfast. So that's our first part of our equation, right? That's the first thing we're going to solve. So here's our sentence. 17 minus 4 equals what? I don't know. Let's find out. Here's my whole. Here's 17. 17 take away 4. 4 is my part. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are left after breakfast? After she eats those 4. We have a full 10 frame. 13. After breakfast, there are 13. 17 minus 4 equals 13. But we're not done. Later, she eats 9 cherries. Now how many are left? So first she ate 4 and she was left with 13. I do that too. Sometimes I go eat something and then I go back and eat more, right? So after breakfast, there are 13 left. And Olivia ate 9 more. Let's get rid of this part. We are done with that. So our new whole is 13, right? And we're taking away this part, which is 9, in order to find this missing part. So 13 minus 9. Let's solve it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's left? 4 is our missing part. So there are 4 cherries in the bowl now. We started with 17 and she ate 4, which left 13. But then she went back later and ate 9 more, which means now there are only 4 cherries in the bowl. So we had to figure out 2 things in order to solve this equation. But you go slow and you work with what you know. Super, 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 guys. This is not easy stuff. This is not easy stuff. Okay. All right, are you ready? They're right about it. Let's talk about this question out loud. Why is it important to answer the first part of subtraction problem before solving the rest? If we did Olivia, first 8, 17 minus 4 minus 9, do you think if I did this part first, it might change it? It might. And we might confuse ourselves. Like if I tried to do this, if I have 4, can I take 9 away from 4? No. So we always, whenever we write something out, right, we start the way we read. So we always want to start with what we know. So it's always important to find the difference for the first part and to use the answer to do the next part, right? So we find the answer for the first part, right? We did 17 minus 4 equals 13. And then we used that part, right? And then we did 13 minus 9. It's important to find the first part and then find the answer. Whew. Being in first grade is not easy, huh? I'm so proud of you guys. Let's do the problem on the next page together, okay? There are 15 books on the shelf. I'm going to pause right here. With your 10 frames, show me 15 red counters. Okay, I have 10 in my first 10 frame and I have 5 in my second 10 frame, making 15. Have 15? We know that's our whole that we're starting with. There are 15 books on a shelf. Missy takes 4 books. Then her sister takes 2 more. How many books are left on the shelf? Well, first we have to do the first part. Let's start with what do we know? Let's make a plan. There are 15 books on the shelf. And Missy takes 4. Let's solve that part first. 15 take away 4 equals what? I'm going to flip over my part. Here's my whole. 15 is my whole. Here's my part that I know. I'm going to find my missing part by showing this part. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 15 take away 4 equals 11. But we are not done yet. This is the first part of our problem. After Missy took her 4 books off the shelf, there are now 11. But her sister comes. And her sister takes 2 more books. So now our whole is 11, right? You could take those 4 away. You could leave them. We know we're working with the number 11, right? Let's find out how many books are off the shelf after Missy takes her 4 and after her sister takes 2. So right now there are 11, and we're taking away 2. 1, 2. Right? There's my 2. That's that part. The missing part is 9. After Missy takes her 4 books off the shelf and her sister takes 2 books off the shelf, there are now 9 books left. Okay, guys, I hope you all feel woo-woo about this. I would like you to do the problem on 360, all by yourself with Mom and Dad's help reading that question to you. I'm going to read it out loud just so you, and help you plan. But I want you to solve it, okay? Carl has 17 building blocks. That's what you know. He has 17. That's 15, 16, 17. He uses 5 to build a tower. Then he uses 8 to build a house. How many blocks are left? Well, you know what we start with, right? We start with 17. And he first uses 5. So, 17 take away. You got it, you got it. 17 take away 5 equals, what does it equal? Take 5 away from your 10 frames. 17 take away 5 leaves me with 12. You got it, 12. That's our first part of the problem. But then he uses 8 blocks to build a house. And I'm taking 8 away from 12. That's what's left, right? 12 take away 8. I'm going to move this because now my hole is 12. Take away 8. You let me know how many blocks are left, okay? All right, boys, I'm so proud of you. Let me know this answer, and I'll see you later for religion.